Hello, it's Nikki. I have an invitation for you. Tonight at 7:15, I am going to be hosting a monthly meeting. And these are going to be happening for the next 6 months on the Monday that is closest to the beginning of the month. So today, it's the first of the month. It's a Monday. Happy days. I know that you are really busy, and yet you want to do all the things. And maybe there are things that have, or areas of your life that have been pushed to the side because you just haven't had the capacity to even think about them. And you daren't say, I'm going to do this thing. Because quite often when we declare something like that, our brain immediately springs into action and goes into, but I just want to keep you safe. So you may say, right, I really want to work on this area of my business. And your brain kicks in and goes, no, but it might be scary. No, you might not like it. What if it doesn't work? What if that hard work doesn't pay off? No, all the things. And what I've come to realize from being a coach for the last 10 years is when people make a decision to start working on something, and this is maybe where I'll pop the bubble slightly. Sometimes the beginning part of that process is about doing some grubby work. Almost like if you bought a new house or you rented a brand new house and it had a garden. It had a garden that was, you think it's like a good space. You feel like it goes quite far back, but you can't actually see. Because there's so much stuff, there's weeds everywhere, there's a plant growing wildly, there's, I don't know, a piece of furniture that is randomly in the garden that shouldn't be there. Everything's a bit of a mess. What am I trying to say? The paint is chipped. And you might have that goal of, I want to have a nice garden. And then what we see on the internet is somebody making a decision going, I want to have a nice garden. So therefore, I'm going to go out and choose my outdoor seating area. And what I want to say is it might not be as quick as that because you need to create space for it. And so even though you are making that decision of, I'm going to improve this garden, I'm going to have an outdoor space, sometimes that first bit is the bit that most people don't want to do. Because it's hard work, it's lugging stuff, it's getting a wheelbarrow out, it's uncovering or lifting up pebbles or like, oh gosh, oh no, there's a dead slug there or whatever it might be. And so these sessions that I'm going to be running for the next 6 months, they are about giving yourself that time and that space with no pressure to look at the area of life that you want to change, your life or your business. So we'll have an hour together, which will be a coaching framework, which I'll walk you through. And then we'll have 30 minutes where you can put your hand up in a safe space if you want to and ask for help or get some live coaching, become accountable, or just have that sense of saying it out loud. The number of times that I have been in coaching partnerships and at the end of the session, and this has happened so many times, I can't tell you, I watch somebody take a big sigh of relief. And it's almost like their body just like they release, it's a release. And so many times people will say, that feels really good to say that out loud because I've never told anybody that before. And every single time, it gets to me because I think, but you were just talking about your husband, you were just talking about your wife, you were just talking about your mum or your friend or what a close relationship, you were talking about those connections. But there's something about that moment when something is bubbling underneath about being careful on how you bring it up to the surface. Because I think so many of us are conditioned to be quiet and maybe say, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not even going to say it. You know, Denise Duffel Thomas always says this, of when you blow out your birthday cake, people will say, did you make a wish? Don't tell anybody, because it might not come true. I remember very distinctly being about 16 and being asked what I wanted to do with my life. You know, when people say, so what are you going to be when you grow up? And I remember telling them, and they were like, oh, all right, don't get ahead of yourself. Probably won't happen. And, you know, the hands were up, the body language, and suddenly, like, the hopes and dreams and the enthusiasm of, like, I'm going to do this, suddenly they felt squashed. And given the last couple of years, and you may be having to make shifts and pivots in your life, maybe you felt like that as well. Maybe you've not felt that you've had that capacity, that time and that space to be able to really dig into what's next for you. So if any of this speaks to you, come and have a play tonight. You can turn your camera off. You can put yourself on mute. You don't even have to participate. Just you being there is absolutely enough. It's £12.50. You can come and you can sign up for one. I'm doing them for every Monday nearest to the beginning of the month for the next 6 months, so you can make a commitment to yourself if you want to, or if you have capacity to say, right, I'm going to do the next 3, or I'm going to do the next 6. It's entirely up to you. Or you might just want to come and play tonight for the first time. I'll just do one, see what this is all about and see whether I like it or not. You'll also get a recording, so you can go back and revisit. Every session is going to be different. So I'm going to be bringing different tools and techniques and things that I know really work for my clients. And they are also going to be really versatile tools that you can play around with and look at and maneuver to suit your way of working as well. So that's it. Finally, I want to say that even if you're in a spot right now of maybe not being where you want to be, or feeling, I'm doing a big exhale as well, of feeling maybe a bit burnt out, or feeling like you don't have that capacity for yourself, where you are right now is not a reflection of what you're capable of. And sometimes just making these moves, whether it's this, whether it's going to the library and borrowing a book, whether it's making a decision to make yourself something that you really fancy and you really like for lunch, making that decision to say, I'm important too, is really invaluable, because that will have a ripple effect onto all the other areas of your life. So if any of this has spoken to you, do come along tonight. I will link this in my stories where you can book your ticket, and I'll share the link, or you can go straight onto my website to the monthly meeting, and I'll see you there hopefully at 7:15. If you're watching this afterwards, after the 1st of November, there'll be another one next month too, so do join then. All right, I'm sending lots and lots of love, and thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.